There are movies that we watch for pure entertainment and escapism. Then we have movies which are very, very thought-provoking. But once in a while you come across a movie which really shouldn't be considered as a film, but more like life. This is one such film. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and yes, right now I will be talking about 2013 Malayalam film Neelakasham, Pachakadal, Chuvanna, Bhoomi, or NPCB, starring Dulquer Salman and Sunny Lion. I watched this film on Disney Plus Hotstar, and oh my god, the print is awful. You guys had already told me that this is essentially a road trip film, and I also reacted to 2 songs from this movie, and I could see that yeah, this movie is looking visually very stunning. So I was really excited that yeah, okay, I'm gonna watch a really visually stunning film. But oh my god, that awful print of Disney Plus Hotstar just took at least I would say 10% fun out of the viewing experience. And this is the exact thing I remember happening when I was watching Iyo Binte Pustakam. Like, that movie was also so visually stunning, but I really couldn't enjoy the visuals because of the bad print. But keeping that aside, this isn't your typical run-in-the-mill film. Also, it would be kind of unfair to call it just a road movie because it has a lot of things going on for itself. It is a love story, it is a story about friendship, it has family drama which is related to caste and community divide, which I was totally not expecting. Right now I feel when I'm talking about these various subplots in the film, I don't know if it was overwhelming for a couple of audiences or a section of audience when they had watched this film for the first time. Since the movie came out a long time back, I will be delving into mild spoilers. The writing structure of this film is non-linear. We start with Dulquer's character Kasi deciding to do a road trip with his friend Sunny, played by Sunny Wayne. But as the journey unfolds, we actually get to know the real reason why he decided to take this long trip from Kerala to Nagaland. When Kasi decides to do this journey, he's at a point in his life where he feels absolutely lost and hopeless. He feels that the things happening in his life are unfair, but as his journey begins to unfold and he meets various people and has different experiences, for example, letting yourself a little loose and enjoy, realizing how much he misses the love of his life, ending up in a small village where he spends some time and helps the people out there, saving a little girl, etc., shapes and molds his overall perspective. There is a lot of subtle messaging for the viewers as well. For example, the whole sequence where he ends up in the wrong village is extremely beautiful and wholesome. But in the subtext, it shows that in life's journey, we might take a wrong turn, and that might deter us from our end goal. So either we can see it as a setback, or we realize that we have an opportunity to learn from this curveball thrown by life. And I don't think when you're watching the film, you will immediately understand the subtext, but after the film gets over and you think about his entire journey, then you start realizing that no, there is something to learn from each and every experience. But with all the subplots and all the interaction that Kasi and Sunny have in this journey, the heart and soul of this film is the love story. The overall love story between Kasi and Asi was depicted really well and with a lot of realism. The problems that they face together as a couple are extremely realistic and probably a lot of people can relate. Sunny Wayne's character also goes through a surprisingly nice arc because in the beginning one would think that he is just flirting away with every attractive lady that he encounters. But then he also kind of finds his own answers with this journey. He knew till which moment Kasi needed his support and respectfully backs off to let his friend take the remaining part of the journey alone. Though his overall arc was not the best, but still quite enjoyable. I wish his character overall had been given a little bit more depth and arc, like he redeems himself at the end and you really understand his purpose of being in the film, but I would have really enjoyed if he had been given a different kind of subplot. The writing is unpredictable and scattered in the sense that the subplots that are there necessarily do not connect to the main plot, and this might throw some of the viewers off. But like I said in the very beginning, that there are certain films that you don't watch it as a film, it is just life, and life in general is also extremely unpredictable. We as a human being experience so many things, we interact with so many people, which gives us a different perspective, and then there is a possibility that some extremely random encounter while you are on a flight or on a train journey can alter your entire thinking. And this is exactly the approach that the director Sameer Tahir took for this film. Another huge plus point of this film is the music. It is beautiful. All the songs, the BGM, everything is just fantastic. My favorite track is the title track, Neelakasham. After I listened to it, I have played it several times, innumerable times. I still listen to it, and yeah, after listening to all the songs, it is hands down my favorite. But the remaining songs are beautiful. They fit the situation really well. It's a vibe. Just, I can totally imagine that in the theaters, it would have been absolutely amazing to listen to with all that Dolby surround sound. Another huge plus point are obviously the visuals. Like, I could see on my laptop that yeah, it's beautiful. It's looking nice. The camera angles and everything is beautifully captured. But the print just ruined it for me. Because to be very honest, the print of the songs that I reacted to on YouTube, those are better. Those are better quality than the actual print of the film in Disney Plus Hotstar. I mean, it's ridiculous, but yeah, that's how it is. But cinematography wise, I wish they had given a good print, because I could see that yeah, it's visually stunning. I just could not experience it. Performance wise also, I enjoyed everybody's acting. Dulquer was fabulous, but somehow, I don't know why, guys, nothing has come close to his performance in Charlie. For me, that is my absolute favorite Dulquer performance till date. And I think it's really a bad thing from my side, because whenever I watch a Dulquer film, the first thing which comes in my mind, is it better than Charlie or not? I know, I shouldn't do that in my head, but it happens. Like, I'm being very honest here. Sunny Wen was also good with the character that he was given. I really wish he had a different kind of arc. That's just my personal thing. Really liked the actor who plays Assi. Her name is Bala Hijam, and she had this sense of innocence on her face, which really worked on her favor. And I think the character sort of demanded that, and she was a really good choice for this role. Now, after finishing the film, when I sat down to write my points for the review, that, you know, the strengths and the weaknesses of this film, I feel that the biggest strength of this film is also its biggest weakness. Like I said, this film is really not a film, it's a person's life. And that particular aspect might not resonate with some audience. Like, there could be viewers who might think this is just way too random and just get to the point already. And I know it is an old film and a lot of you, or most of you, have already watched it. I definitely want to know, did you happen to think this in the first viewing or after a couple of more viewings? Because in a film, when you're following a character's journey, you want to see a definitive beginning and an end. But here, to reach that end, the character strays off different paths. And as I said before, a lot of subplots don't necessarily connect to the main plot. So a lot of people might end up thinking that, okay, all of these things were not necessary to put in the film. Then as a counter argument, I would say, because I like the film, is that then the movie would end up like any other love story. So yeah, just overall, I wanted to know your perspective, because I personally thought this is like a double-edged sword when I started to think about it objectively. So yes, those were my thoughts on the 2013 Malayalam film NPCB starring Dulquer and Sunny Wen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will end this video here, and I will see you soon on my next one. Bye-bye!